Hey Homo sapiens, how's it going? Today you will know about telescopes. What is a telescope? How do they work? What are the types of telescope? What are mounts? What are the types of mounts? And many more questions. In simple words, telescope is a device to explore and understand the universe and capture images of the space. Telescopes are very important for you if you like astronomy. So subscribe to my channel so I can also buy a telescope. To know how a telescope works, first we will need to know its types. There are mainly two types of telescopes: refractor and reflector. Refractor telescope contain only lenses. When light enters the primary lens, it passes through all the lenses and strikes your eye through the eyepiece. An eyepiece. Eyepiece is a piece of lens which acts as a magnifier. There are different sizes of eyepiece, and the size of your eyepiece determines your magnifying power. Like a 4 mm eyepiece will zoom more than a 10 or 20 mm eyepiece. Reflector telescopes contain two main parts: the primary mirror and the secondary mirror. First, the light enters the optical tube and gets reflected. Then it hits the secondary mirror and the secondary mirror reflects the light. So now the light is visible through the eyepiece. A telescope contains three most important parts: the optical tube, the eyepiece, and the mount. A mount is a part of the telescope which is essential as it holds the telescope. There are two main types of mounts: altitude azimuth mount or alt-azimuth mount and equatorial mount. An alt-azimuth mount or Alt-AZ mount is a simple two-axis mount for supporting and rotating your optical tube about two perpendicular axes, vertical and horizontal. An equatorial mount or EQ mount is a mount for instruments that compensates for Earth's rotation by having one rotational axis, the polar axis, the parallel to the Earth's axis of rotation. If you have a computerized EQ mount or GoTo mount, you can manually point your telescope to objects just by watching your screen. But the problem with equatorial mounts and GoTo mounts are that they are too expensive. The best beginner telescope. If you want a reflector telescope, I'll go with Celestron Astromaster 130 EQ. But if you want a refractor telescope, I'll go with Celestron Starsense Explorer LT 114 AZ. But if your budget is high, you can never go wrong with Celestron Nexstar 8-inch or 6-inch. Now I think that's it for today's video. And yes, subscribe if you want to see me with a telescope.